Hey y'all, I'm just studying for my tennis test. I know, a tennis test. I said it right. Who the heck has a test in tennis? Honestly, I do. And what makes it worse is my professor wrote the book. Should have taken like jogging. I was going to actually. Then I found out your grade depends on how many miles you jog. The more miles you jog, the better your grade is. I don't think so. I'm not a runner. So now I'm sitting here trying to study for this tennis test. And it's actually harder than you think. Tell you what I've learned so far. Wait. Tennis is scored in units. And it's game, set, match. And for the game thingy, you have the two sides and 4 points, and you gotta be up by 2. And there's love, 15, 30, 40, game. And game is if somebody wins, and say it's a tie like 40-40, then you have to be up by 2. And if it's like a 40-40 thingy, then that's a deuce. Yeah. And if the server wins, like if he wins the next point, then it's not a deuce anymore. That's an add-in or advantage server. And then if he scores again, then he wins. But if he don't, and the receiver, that's the other person receiving, because when you serve for a whole game, then it's called an add-out or advantage receiver. And if they do it again, then they win. But if not, then it's tied, and it goes back to it needs to be 2 before. And the server in tennis is responsible for calling the score, and he always reports his first. I got the first page down. Only 3 million more to go. Why can't this be like a football test? Football test or basketball test. I can ace that. Watched the game the other day. Cowboys lost. I was really upset. Really upset with that Don Moss boy. What is his name? Moss something. I don't know. Moss. What is his first name? What is his first name? Yeah, anyway, he was on New England, and I've never liked New England. Even when they were the dynasty back in the day and they were winning, I didn't like them. I don't know, but we should win this next game. And our record's 5-1, so it's not that bad. I should get back to studying, or trying to at least. I finally get everything, advanced server, advanced receiver. I was really laughing at myself because it kind of clicked in my head when I was reading it. I was like, ooh, server, because the server does that. And the receiver is the one who like tries to hit it back. And then we have a tournament coming up in class. And I'm horrible. Like, it took me basically like midterm time. And I finally just am able to actually hit the ball over the net. I'm talking to myself because I'm trying to study for a tennis test. Who has a test in tennis? We do. We actually have a book.
Why do you have a camera right there?
Because my camera's up there filming myself, talking to myself, because I'm trying to practice studying to see if I'm learning. But it is not working.
It's recording you?
Yes.
Hey!
You can say hi to the camera.
Hello!
But this is not working.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm not learning tennis. That was one of the girls who worked in my hall. And she was like, what are you doing with a camera in front of you? And I was like, I'm filming myself learning tennis. Of course, I'm not. I'm making a YouTube video. But hey, technically I am studying because I just went back and watched what I just made. And I actually was learning something. But then it gets even harder because then there's like the set and the match. And you got to win so many sets to win the match. And oh, it makes my head hurt. But I'm going to go back to studying. Maybe I can do it. Bye, y'all.